It's only a decade since the crypto revolution started, and it has brought stunning changes in the people's economy. But since the basic idea of cryptocurrency is decentralized, then there is something that still seems to falsify the industry idea, and that is the ability to verify unique individuals and institutions in a decentralized manner. In May 2022, three prominent personalities in the crypto industry, E. Glenn Whale, Pooja Alhaver, and Vitalik Buterin, penned a paper titled Decentralized Society: Finding Web3's Soul. The paper proposes a decentralized digital identity-based non-transferable NFTs dubbed Soulbound tokens that could serve as the foundation for crypto's future. Now, in this video, I will walk you through this paper, just in summary, and you will discover the unprecedented ideas it has. The paper has 7 parts, starting from the introduction, which explains that Web3 lacks its presenting social identity. They pointed out that Web3 has become fundamentally dependent on the very centralized Web2 structures. The dependency, like NFT artists, relies on centralized platforms as the original way to show their creations. Artists still opt for OpenSea and Twitter to commit to scarcity. Also, they pointed out that decentralized autonomous organizations that try to move beyond simple coin voting as a strategy of solving the problem of coin holder centrism in voting, often relying on Web2 infrastructures, such as social media profiles. Coin holder centrism simply means that the small group of wealthy participants who hold more tokens in the DAO are better at successfully executing decisions than those who hold fewer tokens. Enjoying the video? Then hit the subscribe button. It's your best idea ever. Another dependency that these crypto pundits identified is that many Web3 participants rely on custodial wallets managed by centralized entities like Coinbase or Binance. They pinned out the reason why Web3 participants still opt for the centralized entity for their custodial wallets. And the reason is that decentralized key management systems are not user-friendly for any but the most sophisticated. In the same scenario, they added that the lack of native Web3 identity makes today's DeFi ecosystem unable to support activities anywhere in the real economy, such as uncollateralized lending or simple contracts, like an apartment lease. The DeFi ecosystem should support the human economic activities that are going on everywhere in the real world, but it fails because Web3 as a ground of it still lacks a native identity. Now, what are Soulbound tokens? Soulbound tokens, or SBTs, are non-transferable tokens representing any type of information that makes up a person or entity using blockchain technology. The information can be medical records, work history, graduation diplomas, and others, which expresses the person's identity. And the wallets that hold or issue these records are called souls. The idea here is that people can have multiple wallets, also known as souls, which represent different areas of their lives. For example, in the case of work experience, you could have a credential soul for your work history and a medical soul for your health records. Souls and SBTs would allow people to build a verifiable digital Web3 reputation based on their past actions and experiences. This means that souls can represent an entity that allocates social-bound tokens. For example, companies can be souls, issuing social-bound tokens to each employee. By the way, did you know it's always a good idea to use a VPN when you're using crypto? If you don't have one, be sure to check out our preferred VPN using the link in the description. Now, what is the use case for Soulbound tokens? 1. Education history. Here the Soulbound token functions as a proof of attendance. To explain it in a very real way, think about when you graduate from university. You receive a certificate proving completion of the courses you studied. So, the university here is a soul issuing the SBTs, and you as the student would receive a verifiable diploma or certificate within your own education soul. 2. Job applications. Theoretically, think about job applicants. You as the applicant could submit all your prior work history and professional certificates using Soulbound official tokens, issued by previous companies and institutions you worked on. Then, Soulbound tokens would function as proof of skill certificates. 3. Health records. This idea of a Soulbound token would ensure the process of switching doctors or healthcare providers is faster using an SBT that holds a person's medical records. Health issues are the issues that need to be faster and more accurate. So, the SBT would replace the often slow process of filling out paperwork, verifying your medical history, and going back and forth with someone on the phone. Generally, the paper has become a hot issue as the innovation on Web3 technology because of its real-life use cases. What do you think? Curious about what Vitalik Buterin just said about Shiba Inu? Click on the tab and we'll see you inside the metaverse.